Continuing from the previous section on what damages the recovery fund does and does not cover, we now turn to what happens when the fund actually makes a payment to a claimant. Once the Arizona Real Estate Recovery Fund compensates a consumer for verified losses caused by a licensee's misconduct, the law mandates an immediate and automatic disciplinary consequence for that licensee. This process is a vital part of maintaining public trust and ensuring accountability in the real estate profession. It also reinforces the principle that the fund exists to protect the public, not to shield licensees from responsibility for their actions. Under ARS Section 32-2188B, when the Real Estate Recovery Fund makes a payout to satisfy a claim against a licensee, the license of that individual is automatically terminated by operation of law. This means that the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, does not need to hold a hearing or issue a separate disciplinary order. The termination takes effect immediately upon payment of the claim. The automatic termination rule applies whether the licensee is a salesperson, associate broker, designated broker, or even a corporate entity that holds a brokerage license. The law views the payment from the recovery fund as proof that the licensee caused verified financial harm through dishonest or unlawful conduct, and therefore can no longer be trusted to continue practicing real estate until full restitution is made. The termination of the license is not merely a temporary suspension. It is a complete loss of the legal authority to conduct any real estate activity in Arizona. Once terminated, the licensee must immediately cease all real estate practice, including listing, selling, leasing, managing property, or collecting commissions. Any continued activity after termination would constitute unlicensed practice, which is a violation of ARS Section 32-2165A and may subject the individual to further civil penalties or even criminal prosecution. To regain the privilege of licensure, the terminated licensee must first repay the recovery fund in full, including any interest owed on the amount paid out. According to ARS Section 32-2188B, repayment must include both the principal amount disbursed to the claimant and any additional costs or accrued interest as determined by the department. Only after full restitution has been made is the individual eligible to reapply for licensure. This repayment process serves as both a financial and ethical requirement. It ensures that the public resource is restored and demonstrates that the former licensee accepts responsibility for their wrongdoing. For example, if the recovery fund pays $30,000 to a victim of a fraudulent real estate sale committed by a licensee, the licensee's license is immediately terminated. The ADRE records the termination in the public licensing database, and the licensee's name and disciplinary action become part of the department's permanent record. If the licensee later wishes to reapply, they must first repay the $30,000, plus any applicable interest, before the department will even consider a new application. The automatic termination rule also applies to aggregate claims. If multiple claimants receive payments totaling the statutory maximum of $90,000 under ARS Section 32-2188A, the licensee's termination still occurs as soon as the first payment is made. The termination remains in effect until all funds paid on their behalf are reimbursed. This ensures that even partial compensation from the recovery fund triggers accountability and prevents the licensee from continuing to operate while still indebted to the fund. Once a license has been terminated due to a recovery fund payout, the ADRE will not reinstate it automatically even after repayment. The individual must submit a new application for licensure, meet all current education and testing requirements, and demonstrate to the commissioner's satisfaction that they are once again qualified, trustworthy, and of good moral character. This step is crucial, as it ensures that the individual undergoes the same vetting process as any new applicant and that the department has full discretion to deny reinstatement if it deems the applicant unfit. This automatic disciplinary measure also serves as a deterrent to potential misconduct. Real estate professionals know that if they act dishonestly or misuse client funds, not only could they face civil judgments and financial loss, but they would also lose their license, possibly for life. The loss of a license affects not only one's livelihood, but also their reputation within the community and the industry. For this reason, brokers are encouraged to enforce strict supervision under R4-28-1103A and maintain accurate trust account records under R4-28-802 to prevent any behavior that could lead to a claim on the recovery fund. From a consumer protection standpoint, this automatic termination rule enhances confidence in the real estate system. It assures the public that the state will take swift and decisive action to remove dishonest or incompetent licensees from the market. At the same time, it reinforces the fairness of the recovery fund by ensuring that those who cause harm bear the full responsibility for repayment before re-entering the profession. Review Summary. In this section, you learn that when the Arizona Real Estate Recovery Fund pays out a claim to a consumer, the license of the responsible real estate professional is automatically terminated under ARS Section 322188B. The licensee loses all authority to engage in real estate activities until they have fully repaid the fund for the amount disbursed, including interest. Repayment must be completed before the individual can reapply for licensure, and reinstatement is subject to the commissioner's approval. This automatic disciplinary process ensures accountability, protects the public, and reinforces ethical standards within the real estate profession. Discussion: why is a license automatically terminated after the recovery fund pays a claim? Answer: because the payout confirms that the licensee caused verified harm, and termination ensures they cannot continue practicing until the fund is repaid. What statute governs the automatic termination of a license after a recovery fund payout? Answer: ARS Section 32-2188B. Can a licensee continue to engage in real estate activities after their license is terminated due to a fund payout? Answer: no. All real estate activity must cease immediately, or the individual risks additional penalties for unlicensed practice under ARS Section 322165A. What must a terminated licensee do before reapplying for a license? Answer: repay the full amount disbursed from the fund, including interest, and then apply as a new applicant subject to current requirements. How does the automatic termination rule benefit consumers? Answer: it removes untrustworthy licensees from the industry immediately, protecting the public and maintaining the integrity of the real estate profession. Closing remarks. The automatic disciplinary action triggered by a recovery fund payout represents one of Arizona's strongest consumer protection measures. By requiring immediate license termination upon payment, the law ensures that no licensee who has caused verified financial harm can continue to operate without first repaying the public. This system promotes accountability, restores trust, and reinforces the ethical responsibilities that come with holding a real estate license. For every professional in the industry, this serves as a clear reminder that integrity is not optional. It is the foundation upon which public confidence in real estate is built.